Taken in at the and up to about the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to. They'll be led out by their quarterback. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's a pretty bland game he had last. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And DP goes into jail. A huge play there right off the bat.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 67 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. Here's Wilson. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And that'll be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. It's Wilson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw is Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Hall fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And this one complete to Smith. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Mack Wilson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2nd and 10. A carry here for Hunt. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
New York ready to go again offensively. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this defense for the Pats, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week. On
2nd down now, it's Hall. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Working with a 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And to give this time to the tailback. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 33. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 2nd down and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Hall, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14. Now it's Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. An NFL update there in the 2nd quarter in Baltimore. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. The play fake. Here's Wilson.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Davis has it over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From midfield now. Here's Wilson, and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
New England's offense set to go.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
They'll run with Hunt. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. To throw is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Thornton. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Jets now to take over. They're on top here as they've got the football 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd down now, it's Hall. He finds some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
102 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
First down, Hall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Jets on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Taken down here at about the 11.
Here's 2nd and 9.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Mack Wilson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York set to take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Here's a give to Carter.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hall, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Hall. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's the Jets punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone. As a Patriots offensive unit, they'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Garoppolo looks to throw, and that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, Wilson able to connect with Mims. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it. And the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
And we'll see if he opts for a heavier dose of running plays, because running is where they've had more success than in the passing game.
And the way they've spread it around to different people running it as well. It's not just been one principal guy who's carried the thing and moved the game forward for them. Whoever has touched it has given him good yardage. I think he's going to stay with that game plan. It takes the pressure off of him as a thrower.
A team effort, and they're winning on the scoreboard. They go play action now. Wilson. From the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Wilson, and incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Wilson.
That's caught right side by Mims.
And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking aside.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gay is on for the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On the give, this is Harris. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thornton. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on first down. Harris. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
On the delay, here's Harris. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Three-quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Elliott now to add the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about on 2nd down now. It's Hall, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
148 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag. I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Again, he targets more. This one is complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Back to throw. Wilson. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 19. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Wilson. And this is caught at the 8.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Andrew Beck.
Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hall. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Back to throw. Wilson. Wilson's got it complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out, and that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this score will stay right where it is. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had a victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Garoppolo again. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Garoppolo now, first down throw.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Again, it's Harris.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And
he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Ramondre Stevenson,
his second touchdown on the season.
And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So fourth and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? We see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jets have got it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Hall. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll keep it on the ground. Hall. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 15. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. On first down, Garoppolo.
Pass complete to Harris.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw into the hands of Henry here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To Henry.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Garoppolo on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thornton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 6 there on first.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Smith catches left side. First down now, but that clock rolling. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points.